guess it's that time to do it again. It's a Monday morning. We gotta go trucking, going back to Chicago. Overly excited. Didn't even put the old hot rod away yet. Clutch went out on me Saturday night after the racing, so I just left it sitting on a trailer yesterday. Let's get going. Yep, there's a dirty old thing. Now, I've seen some disturbing news. I guess it was Friday or Saturday. It really kind of bothers me, in the fact that there was an accident down in Florida where a semi truck, truck and trailer, was flipping a U-turn, an illegal U-turn on the Florida Turnpike, and a minivan with 3 adults in it slammed into basically ran up underneath the trailer, killed all 3 occupants of the van. And what's disturbing is the fact that there's driver-facing cameras in the truck that somehow or another, that video got leaked of the driver of the semi-truck watching the accident happen with like zero facial expression, no active surprise or nothing. It's just a straight poker face, basically. And then, just when you see that, you're like, wow, that's crazy. He had like no emotion watching this van drive up underneath his trailer. He had like zero emotion to it. And then afterwards, there's another clip where somebody's taking a, kind of a panorama or whatever you want to call it of the accident scene, and the same driver standing there with kind of that kind of look, in my opinion, kind of a smirk on his face, like, yeah, I just did that. And it's sickening to me to see something like that. And then I seen a report, and I don't know if it's an official report or somebody just generated it, but it was saying that the driver had entered the United States illegally from Mexico into the state of California, where he obtained a CDL. Now, California is one of the states that pushed and actually started allowing bilingual CDL tests. One of the requirements to get a CDL is you're supposed to be able to read and speak fluent English. The current administration in DC has pushed to try to make it to where it's an out-of-service violation again. The Obama administration made it to where it wasn't a out-of-service violation. Now it's back to being an out-of-service violation for not being able to read or speak English. No matter what, this is a job where it's not like you're going to a factory and if you do something dangerous, like when I was at the mine inside of a piece of equipment without it being locked out. That was only going to really, physically affect me if something bad was to happen. If I do, make a bad decision like that out here on the highway, that affects everyone around you. And I've seen people in the comment section defending this driver being in America illegally driving a semi-truck. He didn't pass, if he came in the United States illegally, California is one of the states where that these people come from or go to get a CDL because they know they can get the test there in their language. So, in my opinion, he illegally had a CDL. If you don't do things right with what we do and can understand the basic safety aspects of it, common sense, this isn't a job for everybody. Like I said, bad decisions don't just affect you. Common sense, they tell you, any sort of defensive driving classes. I've been through a few different ones. Any sort of defensive driving, they tell you, don't make U-turns in a semi-truck. there are people that just don't need to be driving a truck. That's a basic. There are people that you see going down the road that drive a car, and you're like, where'd you get your driver's license out of Cracker Jack box? But when those people go out and get in a truck, it's 10 times worse. Now you got people getting into semi trucks, and it's been a pretty heavily exposed thing here recently with multiple accidents hitting big time news where complete families are getting wiped out because non-English speaking drivers, or they drive for these companies that, let's just say, shady is an understatement, and fly-by-night companies that they don't care if something happens. They're just going to rip the tags off the door and put a different tag on. They run off of fake addresses. They're just fraudulent companies, and that's these guys that don't read or speak English. That's who they're driving for. They don't care who drives the truck as long as it's going up down the highway and they're making money. So I was seeing some more information on that accident down in Florida with the illegal U-turn and with the illegal driver. And one of the things I've seen is ICE is involved with it now. He's got a detain whatever order from ICE, which probably means he's going to wind up deported. He's got three vehicular homicide. That's something to really look at. There is, it's not vehicular manslaughter, it's vehicular homicide, basically murder. And my own personal opinion, I think if he gets deported, he's going to get let off easy. If you keep him here in America, make him serve his time in an American prison for the term, and then deport him, yeah, I could see that being fair, but I don't think justice will be served by deporting him before he serves his time. Just my own opinion. And I hate bringing that up, but and I don't think he should be the only one held liable. I think the company that hired him to drive should be liable. Wherever he got his CDL from, they should be held liable. And the state of California in general, those politicians that allow this type of stuff should be held liable too. And that's not just going against California. There's a lot of these accidents that happen with illegal drivers that don't meet the proper qualifications to drive a truck in the United States. And I think the people that allow them get, there needs to be a chain of everybody involved with allowing this stuff to happen need to be held responsible. Well, we're going to go ahead and get unloaded and go get reloaded. CJ brought me some beef jerky from Buc-ee's it's been about a month or so back, but I don't think I've ever tried Buc-ee's beef jerky. Decent flavor, I guess. Reactions to the beardless plant. Good thing is it's growing in pretty good. We'll have a beard in a week or two. Y'all see that? You see that train? You see that train? That gummy Jeremy? Jack, damn it! Yeah, I guess we're gonna call it a day. Done got loaded. We're southbound and down. Well, we're southbound and down. We're parked for the night. There's some more steel plate, all chained down and locked down. That ain't going nowhere. Cross chain front and rear. Belly strap. Not choke strap, belly strap. Now, all I'm trying to do, really, with this video, normally try to avoid the politics, but what I'm really trying to do is expose the fact that there are certain aspects of our United States government that, or states, I guess I should say, trying to implement their belief politics bullcrap to the point that they're putting American lives in danger to get votes or make people feel warm and fuzzy inside. And these are the type of people going up down our highways, going into truck stops or anything like that. It's like going into a third world country, honestly. So we'll be back to normal tomorrow, I hope. It just bothers me that to see these accidents, you know, it's almost like every week now you see more and more of these accidents, and you find out when you read more into it that the truck driver that caused the accident, killed the family, was an illegal immigrant that shouldn't even been driving a truck to start with, but they're out there, they're getting CDLs, and it's unreal. It really is. Y'all stay safe. God bless you. We'll catch you next time.